Good morning to all of you. Today I am here to start a new chapter, that is your chapter number 3, Kingdom Animalia. Like the previous kingdom, Kingdom Plantae, and the 5 kingdom classification which we have studied, this is another kingdom in which we have to study only about divisions of animal kingdom. Since the animal kingdom is too big, that's why R.H. Whitaker decided to divide the kingdom Animalia also into subgroups. So if we will broadly classify the animal kingdom, they are classified on the basis of their spinal cord or presence of bones into 2 groups. One is your invertebrates, which is not having any bones, and another is your vertebrates, which is having the bones. So if we will talk about invertebrates, there are 8 divisions. Here you see Porifera, Cnidaria, then you have Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, then Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, and Echinodermata. So these are the different classifications of the animal kingdom. And another one is vertebrata, that is vertebrate, the fishes, amphibian, reptiles, aves, and mammalia. So these 5 are the different types of vertebrates and 8 types of invertebrates. Okay, now we will talk about the differences between vertebrates and invertebrates. So in the book also you can see the invertebrates is there, they will not have any internal skeleton. Okay, but in vertebrates they will have internal skeleton. Second is, in invertebrates the backbone will be absent. Backbone is a spinal cord. Okay, then vertebrates backbone will be present. Okay, then in invertebrate tail will be absent, but in vertebrates usually tail will be present. Then in invertebrates there are 3 or more pairs of limbs. Okay, 3 or more pairs of limbs will be present, but in case of vertebrates only 2 pairs of limbs will be present. So these are some differences between invertebrates and vertebrates. So first we will talk about the kingdom. We'll talk about the phylums, different phylum. First we will talk about Porifera. So in Porifera you can see the characteristics. They are mostly marine. Okay, and some are found in freshwater also. Then they are stationary, they will be fixed at one place and they remain attached to the surface. Okay, surface of the sea or the floor of the sea. The body is porous and numerous pores will be present here in the Porifera phylum. It is allowing the entry of water into their body. Example will be sponge, Venus flower basket, barrel sponge. So different type of sponges you will see in this Porifera. Now coming on to another one, that is your Cnidaria. It is also known as Coelenterata. Okay, then you see here they are mostly marine and these are attached to the floor of the sea. Okay, example will be Hydra. Okay, some are free floating also. Jellyfish, just like jellyfish. So jellyfish will be free floating, Hydra will be at the surface. Then sea anemone, Physalia, sea pen, there are another example of this Cnidaria group. Okay, next we'll talk about another characteristic of this kingdom. They have a sac-like body and with one opening, that is the mouth will be only one opening in case of Cnidaria. The mouth is surrounded by tentacles, finger-like structures for catching the food. This is about Cnidaria. Now coming on to Platyhelminthes, another one that is also called flatworms. So the characteristics you see of this phylum, mostly they will be parasitic, means they can infect other organism. The body is flattened and thin. Then you will have mouth is the only opening present over here also. In the same way we have seen in Cnidaria, mouth was only the opening. Here also you will see flatworms, mouth will be only one opening. Okay, example you can see tapeworm will be there, planaria is there, liver fluke is there. So you have to keep in mind only one or two differences between them, and you will get to know about the phylum. Next phylum is roundworm or nematoda. Fourth one, nematoda, roundworm. Mostly you can see in the day-to-day life also. They are mostly parasitic. They will also infect the other organism. Then examples are Ascaris. It is living on the small intestine of the human also, and another mammals. Okay, some others are free living also. So some are parasitic, some are free living. Next is they will have cylindrical and unsegmented body, and it will be long. They will have long body, cylindrical, unsegmented. Then the body has two openings, the mouth and anus. Previously we have seen in all the three kingdoms, in all the three phylum, we have seen that only one opening will be there, that will be called mouth. Here mouth and anus both will be present. Example are Inoplus, okay, Ujraria, and then Myrmis. So this is given up till nematoda. Next we will see Annelida. So this Annelida kingdom, next is they will have a segmented cavity. Previously it was unsegmented cavity. There will be segmented body with some cavity will be there, empty space will be present. Then well developed digestive system is present over here. They will have mouth and anus. Okay, special organ for they are present, just acting like a kidney. That is not kidney, that is called nephridia for the excretion. Example will be earthworm, leech, Nereis, fireworm, Glycera. So these are the different types of phylum which you have to study. We have studied up till here, Annelida. Okay, so these are the kingdom. These are very smaller species, and they all come under invertebrate. Means invertebrate, they are not having any of the backbone. They are not having bone. Backbone is absent, or you can say the bones are absent. Okay, in the next video I will be dealing with all the other phylum along with the vertebrates also. Till then, take care.